Good morning, y'all. What's going on? I'm just trying to make sure that we're good on YouTube's end. Yes, we are. We are good to go. What's going on, y'all? Well, today we're gonna make a Easter Deco Mesh Wreath, and this one might not have a bow. Okay. So, I'm starting with a wire work frame. This is XX750W4, and I do get these at shoplikejordan.com. Shoplikejordan.com is my affiliate with DecoExchange, so either one you punch in, it's shoplikejordan.com or DecoExchange.com. It's gonna take you to the same place. Okay. I picked up this Easter sign, which I thought was really pretty. It's got all my favorites on it. It's got the polka dots, the leopard, the black and white check. Yo, I really like this sign. It's MD0855, and this is a metal sign. It already has the holes punched in for me. I am gonna have to punch 2 more holes on the edges, so we're gonna put that off to the side. It just says Happy Easter. And then I just chose a bunch of different mesh. You'll notice I don't have a 21-inch mesh. Yo, we're gonna use the 10-inch mesh and bring in the ruffles. Sometimes it's hard for people to hear me, but I want to make sure that the sound is okay. And then I just chose ribbons that matched my sign. So I have an Easter egg ribbon that matches it. This is RGA 1657W2. This ribbon right here came in one of the monthly boxes, but I want to go ahead and give you all the SKU. Maybe you can find it. RGA 1098NR. Got my favorite leopard ribbon. This is my favorite leopard ribbon. It reminds me of one that Hobby Lobby used to carry years ago, except theirs had the copper dots on it, but this one doesn't. But this is one of my favorite ones. This one's RGB 140118, and then I have a gingham black and white. I actually think, y'all, if I am not mistaken, this one also came in a subscription box. But this is just a black and white gingham. RG05048L6. Okay. This one is a no-go. We're going to put that on the shelf because I wanted to bring in some more black and white. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut our ribbons first. To me, I think we could do the base first, but I like to have everything, and that way once I start doing the base, it just goes a whole lot smoother for me. That's kind of what I always do anyways. Like, personally, like off the camera, that's exactly what I do. I do the exact same thing. I cut all my ribbon tails, whatever I need, and then I assemble the entire wreath. So my ribbon tails are 13 inches. 13 inches is kind of my go-to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And y'all, I need 9 of each color. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Y'all, I'm trying to read the comments here. I want to know and make sure that sound is okay for y'all, because I've seen it a few times where people say they can't hear me, but I know I'm soft-spoken, and if I need to speak a little bit louder, then I can definitely do that, y'all. So I need 9 of each color. And these, like I said, are 13 inches. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of each each color. Yeah, and I'll tell you, if there's any black... Excuse me, y'all. So a black and white gingham is always good to have in your stash. A black and white polka dot is always good. A black and white harlequin and a black and white check ribbon. Okay, so sound is good, y'all. That's good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Y'all, it was like 73 degrees yesterday at about lunchtime. Today it's like, they said that the wind chill was like 30 something. I'm like, seriously? Oh. So once again, we're making sure that we're doing 9 of each color. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so sound is good. We are good. Okay. So, like I said, I cut all of these ribbon tails at 13 inches. To me, 14 inches is just too long. And then 12 inches has always just been too short. So that's why I chose 13. 13 inches is my go-to ribbon length. Ribbon tail length. And like I said, I needed 9 of each color. Oh, wow. Y'all, I'm reading a comment here. It's from somebody named Cheryl. It says it's -25 to -35 here in Billings, Montana with the wind chill. I don't think so. No, thank you, friend. I am so sorry you have to go through that. But funny thing, Cheryl, I have a really good friend that lives up in Billings. They just moved there last year. And she posted a picture of the weather this morning. So y'all, I can see the comments on here, but like I said before, I can't figure out their comment thing, like if it's gonna show up on the replay, because y'all know all of these replays are always available. We always keep them up. So I'm not sure how the person that sees the replay sees it, but someone else said it was 64 in Boston. That's nice. 64 is a nice temperature. So I'm just grouping these up. I'm putting that purple with the leopard, that purple and black, well, it's not really purple, it's more of a lavender and black and white gingham on there. Well, I cleaned yesterday down here, and well, that's how well it's gonna work out. have some friends in the Dallas area. We're dealing with sleet this morning, I believe. So so I live in West Texas, and it always makes me laugh because people always complain about the cold weather in February here in West Texas. And for as long as I've lived, in February it always gets us. Like, we don't get a winter until February. So I'm like, yo, it happens every year. That this is nothing new. Okay, so I just bundled up all of my ribbons. That way they're stacked, ready to go. 30 feels like 17 in Buffalo. No, thank you. Okay, so on my outer ring, I want purple, and I want that black and white. Okay, so I do just stack these up one on top of each other. Kind of makes it go by a little bit faster. Not too much faster, but just a little bit faster. And I'm cutting these are my outer ring ruffles, and these are always 30 inches. Okay, so we're going to do 30 inches. I'll see, yep, in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's sleeting right now. Y'all, what I would give to have just some moisture in the air. That's all I would want. I just would love to have some moisture in our dry West Texas air right now. Kathy Jones says, hey Jordan, we have a light dusting of snow here in Central Texas. Y'all, Mother Nature, man. I'm telling y'all. She is one picky person. She can't make up her mind, y'all. So these were cut at 30 inches, and these are for my this is for the outer ring. Okay, so the outer ring has that, and now I'm not gonna add that black and white on the inner ring. I'm gonna add more of that lavender. I do want some more of that lavender color, but I want to bring in this pink, this baby pink mesh, which y'all I really need to get rid of, because I think I bought that mesh like a long time ago, and y'all know I'm not a pink person, but I need to get rid of it because it feels way different than the ones I can get from DecoExchange. So I may have picked that up from another vendor. I'm not sure. Oh, it doesn't look like we're not another purple. But you know what? We're going to make this one last piece work. Oh, good morning, y'all. Somebody send out a text message. Y'all, because last I saw there was like only 70 viewers. Good morning, y'all. Y'all, so we're cutting these ruffles at 18 inches. That purple one that I just had in my hand isn't quite enough, but we're going to use it. We're not going to let it go to waste. Y'all, we are making a Deco Mesh Easter wreath. This is our sign for the viewers that are just joining. It says Happy Easter. Y'all know it's got all my favorites on it. It's got my polka dots, my leopard, black and white check. So we are good to go on that. I love that sign. I'll give y'all the SKU. It's MD0855. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so I cut all of my ruffles for my inner ring and all of my ruffles for my outer ring already. The outer ring ruffles are 30 inches. The inner ring ruffles are 18 inches. Okay. So I'm going to put those off to the side. Actually, to the front of me. And because y'all know, I normally use a 21-inch mesh on the inner ring. Well, today, y'all, I was looking for some 21-inch mesh, and I have no 21-inch burlap mesh. So we're going to use this 10-inch mesh. Okay? So I'm just going to drop it down the way I do for the 21-inch mesh. Gather that. Set that in one of my twist ties. And I'm going to still measure out 10 inches. Okay. So yeah, you can definitely use 10-inch mesh if you don't have 21-inch mesh. I've done it before, and especially like right now, since I know I don't have any 21-inch mesh, that's exactly what we're doing. Okay. Good morning, y'all. Y'all, I was telling other viewers, I haven't quite figured out how YouTube's comments go. Like if the people on the replay can see the comments, which I think they can. But I don't want y'all to feel like I'm ignoring y'all, because I'm not. I'm just trying to really figure out their comment section, how they show up. Y'all, so this is kind of, I think they labeled this like a champagne color mesh, and I really, really do like this color. So, like I said, this is the Jordan method, but this is version 2.0. So, normally I always use 21-inch mesh on my inner ring, but y'all, you don't always have to use the 21-inch mesh. You can use the 10-inch mesh. Because really, I just want that as like a base. And the reason why I want that is because when I would just do the ruffles, I found that my ruffles would really sink in, and it just did not sit well with me. Good morning, y'all. Okay, so just cutting that. Y'all, I probably have enough on here to do another wreath. And that's what I love about using the 21-inch mesh like this. I'm able to get between about 3.5 wreaths out of that one roll. Okay, y'all, this is the sign we're using. Let's see if I can get it without the glare. It says Happy Easter. It's MD0855. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Lisa says, hey, Jordan, thank you so much for all the tips and pointers. You guys and gals at DecoExchange are so awesome. Well, Lisa, we really appreciate that. We appreciate you watching, taking the time out of your day and watching. Okay, so we cut at the beginning of the video. I know some are gonna miss this because we got a lot of new viewers on, but at the beginning of the video, you can always catch the replay because we leave them up. I cut my ribbon tails at 13 inches. My outer ring ruffles are 30 inches, and then my inner ring ruffles are 18 inches. Okay. Y'all, if you would have told me like 3 years ago that I would be teaching people how to make wreaths and stuff, I literally would have said, no, that's not going to happen. You're crazy. So just making a ruffle, I just set that into one of my wreath ties on the outer ring and twist that in. So that's exactly what I'm setting it in, y'all. No particular way, just setting it in that. in that twist tie. So naturally this kind of wants to curl in on itself. So I'm just helping it out just a little bit, running it up against my stomach. Y'all, I am a belly ruffler. That's what I'm going to call that, because I always use my stomach to make my ruffles. Y'all, my throat is way better. Amazing what a little trip to the doctor will do, and some medicine. Okay. Someone said, "You're the best. Love the way you explain the process, and your creations are always amazing. I remember how nervous you were on the first live. You have come a long way. Thank you. Thanks for all you do." You're very welcome. Y'all, I still think back to that November in 2019. 2019, or was it 2020? No, it was November 2020. Yeah, November 2020. And I remember, like, it's like it happened yesterday. Like, it really did happen like yesterday. I remember we were at Khalid's warehouse, and it hadn't dawned on them that we were all together until we had done some shopping there, and I got bombarded with Facebook Lives while I was helping her husband do something. Okay, so Marcy says, "What is your favorite to create on? Grapevine or wired frame? And do you have another favorite? Or do you have another favorite?" So as far as Deco Mesh Wreaths, I always use a wire wreath frame. The wire wreath frames come pre-made with the tinsel ties on it. Just like this, they come in a plethora of colors. They come in basically every color under the rainbow. And I get all of mine from DecoExchange.com. So that's my favorite base to use for Deco Mesh. I like using that because it's just easier, y'all. But I know some people have used the pipe cleaner method on like a Dollar Tree wreath frame. You can do that too. But this has just been my go-to since they invented this work wreath form. Y'all, believe it or not, I used to make Deco Mesh wreaths on grapevines. I would run the pipe cleaner through, make my poofs, and all that. Good morning, y'all. Marilyn says, "Not sure if you can answer, but the lamb sign, should I use just solid color ribbon?" I don't think that. I love polka dots. I love checks. I love a lot of patterns. Excuse me. So I don't think you need just to use solid colors. Y'all, I am loving how this base looks. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, first-time watchers. Y'all, I do want to let y'all know we are live on here on the YouTube channel, Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you can always catch me here, unless something happens, like doctor's appointments or life. But y'all, this is what we have so far. Look how pretty that black and white with that lavender came out too. I got that lavender stripe from DecoExchange. I believe, since that was the only one that was empty, which is this one, it's RE850213. And that should pop up the lavender border stripe mesh. Okay. So y'all, remember on that lavender border stripe mesh, we had one piece that just wasn't quite long enough. Yeah, I'm still gonna use it. It might look a little janky, but I just really need that as a filler to bring in some more of that color. I'm telling you, this pink, I don't know where I got this pink from. Y'all know, if you know me and you've known me for a while, y'all know pink is not my favorite color. So I may have had that for a while. I need to take a second drink. There we go. Yo, I love this lavender. It looks so pretty. And then you add it with that pink. Lavender and pink are just really pretty Easter colors. I don't know. That pink is not my favorite color, y'all. I would rather work with purple all day, any day, than pink. Okay, so just adding these ruffles in. These were 18 inches. We did start off this video with me pre-cutting everything. So, and I know quite a few jumped on at that point when I was cutting stuff. So we did cut these at 18 inches. And that's for the inner ring. Okay. So, yeah, and I like using that burlap mesh just because when I used to do the what's $2.99? Oh, y'all, I have no idea. Okay, so y'all, that's our base. Look how nice and fluffy and full that is. Y'all, I think I like the Jordan Method 2.0 like a little bit better. Okay. So y'all, we did cut all of our ribbons already. I chose ribbons that kind of matched my sign. There's some purple off the Happy Easter, some leopard, there's some leopard eggs, there's some black and white gingham, and then I chose an Easter egg print ribbon. Okay, these are all at 13 inches. 13 inches is kind of my go-to length. Where do I get my ribbon holder on the table? Yo, I don't have a ribbon holder on the table. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just start adding our ribbon tails in. Fold, untwist. Good morning, y'all. So like I said, we're here Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all, I totally just messed that up. That's the wrong color. This one right here, this is actually a shoe rack. That's a shoe rack that I bought from Walmart a few years ago. Actually, I believe they still carry it. and I put all my 50-yard rolls of solid colors on there. The SKU on the lavender border mesh is, I believe, RE 850213. RE 850213. Oh, there's a name I recognize real quick. You're welcome, y'all. And like I said, I am reading the comments on this. I just don't know how. I know on other platforms, like, you can see the comments, but I haven't quite figured out how YouTube does their comments. And then this rack right here to my right came from Walmart. It's a shoe rack, and I think it's like $20. But the racks to my left, I used to work at a grocery store, and they used to have a video rental department, and they had done away with it, and they kept some of the stuff, and then they decided to clean up their storage, and these racks were in that, and I snagged those right away. But they are CD DVD holders, racks for grid panels that I believe you can find on Amazon. Okay, to me, I just don't think that that's right, honestly. I don't know how in Texas, there's two comments here. One says that it's 37 degrees right now, and she lives in Texas. And then there's another one that she says that it's 60 plus degrees in New Jersey. No, that ain't right. Y'all, I love how this is coming out. This is so pretty. Yeah, and so I live in West Texas, and it's winter in the morning, spring about 10 a.m., full-fledged summer at about noon, where you're already taking off all your layers. You're like, okay, it's way too hot. All I'm doing is I'm just untwisting those wreath ties that come on these work forms and setting them in there and twisting it back in. So I do fold it in half, find my center point, untwist, and adding that and fluffing out those tails. So I feel like a few years ago, adding black and white to Easter would have been like kind of taboo, but now it's like for me, I really add black and white to about almost every holiday except 4th of July. I don't know why, I just can't add it to my red, white, and blue, y'all. I'm telling you, here in West Texas, we can have all 4 seasons in one day. Okay, so now we're getting down to the end here. Of adding our ribbon tails. So just folding in half, finding that center point, undoing that twist tie, setting it in, twisting that back in together. Yo, I am loving this color palette too. It's so pretty. So that's what we have so far. Look how pretty that looks, y'all. Look at that. So next I want to add in our sign. This sign already comes with 2 holes in it. I am going to get my hole punch, my metal hole punch, and I want to punch in 2 more on the right and left hand side of it. Like I said, this already comes pre-done for me, but I am going to go ahead and put another 2 on this. Okay, so y'all, this is a 12-inch round sign, so I'm trying to find my center. Okay, oh, I need to get my pipe cleaners. 2, 3, 4. Now, if you had the cable mount squares, you could use those. This already came with the holes punched in it, so I'm just using the holes that were already punched in it. So running that pipe cleaner through. And so I ran that pipe cleaner through. Trying to find the other end of that pipe. Hello, where are you? There you are. So tying this in, and I'm attaching that to that wire frame. I always make sure that I'm attaching that to that wire frame. Running that through my mesh. Yeah, and this wreath isn't gonna have a bow on it, just because where that sign says Happy Easter. If I put a bow, it's really gonna cover it, and I really don't want that to happen. So just making sure to secure. Let's see. I'm going to come back and I'm going to use my other two holes that So I could add a bow if I wanted to, but like I said, I think it's going to take away from the sign. I really do think that it might be too big because y'all know I don't make my bows small. But we can try it. And I'll tell you, I can tell you what kind of bow I would put on this. I would definitely do a half bow, not a big full bow. So running that through my mesh. Again, finding that wire frame. That's really where I want to make sure that I am securing those pipe cleaners to that wire frame. I don't want to just hope and pray that the wreath ties are y'all, if you hear that barking, that is Oreo. She's about this tall, but she thinks she's this tall. So, yeah, that's her. Okay. So, this is what we have so far. Y'all, look how pretty and look how nice and full this looks, even without a bow. Oh, thanks, Mary. Mary says, "Great to see you, Jordan. You brighten my day." Yeah, I do want to. It's kind of amazing to me that for one bad comment that you can receive like hundreds of really good comments. Okay, so we are gonna make a half bow. Half bows have kind of been my jam. So we're gonna make our tail at 7 inches. Now I'm doing this by hand, but if you wanted to, you can use your easy bow maker to do this. Measuring our first loop at 8 inches with a 10-inch tail. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's probably about this tall, feet to here, but she thinks she's like a Great Dane or something, like she's gonna cause a lot of damage. Not happening, sister. Making a 10-inch tail. And now we're going to go up in size 9 inches with a 7-inch tail. Now, I'm going to bring in this lavender. I think I need just a little bit more lavender. Yep, y'all. It's funny, the smallest dogs think that they're the biggest. I'm like, no, no, no. No, no. No, no. So I made a 7-inch tail, and we're going to do another 9-inch loop. Pinch and twist. Okay, so that's exactly what we should have so far. I just added in that extra bit of purple. And now we're going to add in our 11 inches tail, and now we're going to bring our next loops to 10 inches. Pinch and twist. We're going to bring in our Easter egg. So a lot of the time on my bows, I always use the patterns that I already have chosen in ribbon tails for my bows. 10 inches. Okay. You just have to practice. I think I'm going to add in a 4-inch ribbon. So, yeah, tail. Now, the 4-inch ribbon is kind of a last-minute decision. I'm going to make that loop about 11 inches. Tail. Okay, so if you're doing this on the Easy Bow Maker, you're definitely going to want to start off with your 4-inch ribbons first. Start from your 4-inch, work up to your 1.5-inch or 7/8 inch ribbon. Okay. Yeah, and I use zip ties for my bows, because to me, I feel like it makes that bow really like pop. Like it makes all the loops stand out more. Might just be me and my crazy thoughts, but to me, I think that's what it does. Right, so I know for a lot of wreath makers, but especially if you're a beginner, I know making bows, it's a struggle. It really is. But then I just practiced. All the amount of ribbon I ruined. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to put this I believe this black and white one came from one of my favorite Christmas stores. They always have a nice selection of black and white ribbon. But I do know that DecoExchange always has a nice selection of black and white ribbon. Last week, I think he had a really pretty black and white stripe, and I totally missed out on getting some. But that's okay, because it's not like I don't have a lot of black and white choices to choose from. Okay, so, y'all, I knew I said I was going to probably not put a bow in this, but I'm actually glad I did. Now we're just going to dovetail our ribbons. Which I'm trying to be mindful of not covering up the saying on it. Yo, this black and white ribbon has like some polka dots, but they're not like all even size polka dots. They're they kind of look like little bunny tails. Cause how he has a little cotton bunny tail, that's exactly what they kind of look like on there. I actually think this was called like a snow something or some name like that. Oh, this was just called fuzzy border. So y'all, not every wreath has to have a bow on it. Majority of the time, mine always do, but sometimes I don't always add bows to them. Like this one had, I had said I wasn't gonna add one, but then we made a bow, and y'all, there's our wreath. Okay. So there's our Happy Easter Deco Mesh Wreath. Y'all, this one came out really super pretty. I actually really like this one a lot. Even though it has some pink on it. But to recap, so we started off with our work frame, our work wreath frame. That's what I always use. Then we cut our ribbons at 13 inches, and I had 4 ribbons, 2 2.5 inch, and 2 1.5 inch ribbons. Cut them at 13 inches. Then we cut our 30-inch ruffles, and then we cut our 18-inch ruffles. We came in and we added our 10-inch mesh for our poofs. Those were measured at 10 inches. So it's a 10-inch mesh measuring 10-inch poofs just on the inner ring. We added our 30-inch ruffles on the outer ring, then our 18-inch ruffles on the inner ring, added all of our ribbon in our sign, and made our bow. Okay? So y'all, look at that half bow. Tell me that doesn't look like a full bow. But it's a half bow, and I know you can do it, y'all. Okay, so y'all, that's all I have today. Once again, we are live here on the DecoExchange YouTube channel, Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, unless something happens, life happens, or just something comes up that I can't make it. We'll be here Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we're also live on Facebook Tuesday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, so you can always catch me on either platform, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So y'all, that's where I'll be. But y'all, this is our wreath. I'm so glad y'all joined today. Yeah, I will see y'all next time. Bye y'all.